The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Alright, so recently I've decided to pick up my 3DS and went back to play Majora's Mask, and for the most part it hasn't been all horrifying and creepy at all, not that much. The only time I did get creeped out was like, I guess when he's getting masks of people that has died. That's the only time I got creeped out. Alright, so this game is very well known inside of the Legend of Zelda community, and it's known for its like scary vibe. Back in the day, if you didn't know, there was a bunch of clips that people used to upload on YouTube about the Happy Mask salesman. I seen a lot of those back then. The N64 version just makes the game even more creepier, look even more scarier and dark, due to the fact that that game was made in a different era and it was just much more older. So it gave off like a more dark vibe to it, like how the game looks and stuff. And the creepy statue thing, like the creepy Link statue, there's a bunch of clips of those on YouTube as well, with a bunch of people like saying that is scary looking, or this is like a scary part in the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. There's a lot of theories inside of this community, like people talking about what termina is, like what is it, how is it a part of the Zelda universe. They talk about the characters, what happens at the end of Majora's Mask, what happened to the school kid, what is Majora. There's a lot of theories revolving around this game that aren't like a lot of answers about this game. It's just unanswered. Excuse me, a lot of questions about this game is left unanswered, what makes this game very interesting. That's what makes this game very interesting, because it can bring a community together and a bunch of speculation, and it has people always talking. It don't matter like what day, what area it is, it's still people talking about this game to this day. So this game has a major impact. Also, they like make these comparisons and just videos breaking down certain aspects of Majora's Mask that makes the game even more creepier when you think about it. So a bunch of crazy stuff revolving around Majora's Mask, and that's probably what always drove me to it, like something you can think about even though it makes you feel uneasy and horrified. It's just something you can think about. So I know a bunch of people will be surprised or shocked and be like, what, when I say this, but I've never played this game before at all. So what made me not want to play this game is the fact that, you know, the moon will come down and crash the town, killing everybody, you included. So the moon will come crashing down on the town after time runs out, right? I know that. So the reason why I haven't played Majora's Mask for the 3DS for so long is the fact that I thought that I was gonna die instantly because the time was running out. Well, that wasn't the case, and for that reason alone, I haven't picked up the game for many years because I was scared. Because of that reason. That is crazy. But for someone like me, since I'm not used to playing the game, I didn't know what to expect. And there's a lot of people like that. Like, you watch the clips before you play a game, then you think you know how the game operates and how it works, but you don't actually know until you play the game. So that's what really had me messed up for many years, but I'm glad I gave this game another shot. So what really fascinates me about Majora's Mask is, what is Majora? When Skull Kid is wearing the Majora's Mask, right? He has like a very nasty personality. He's sinister. He puts Link through all this despair, and he's just like, and then they're like always taunting people all the time, just being a terrible person for no reason. And like, when I had the chance to look at him through the telescope, wow, it's just so, it just makes me annoyed, you know. I just hate looking at it. But the thing I hated the most about Majora is the fact that how he put so much like chaos in the town, and how he treated Link at the beginning of the game. I hated it. I didn't want to be no freaking that thing that Link is at the beginning of the game. I didn't want to be that. And like, why is Majora like putting things just in a terribly horrible way? But like, many people know already, but I just started the game. I'm already going through the story, so maybe I figure out along the way. But yeah, he's evil though. It's obviously he's evil. That's the reason why he's doing that. He's evil, and he was sealed into a mask, so of course he wanted to get like some ramped up rage out of you, you know. The scary parts of Majora's Mask, for the most part, people were saying the Happy Mask Salesman is creepy, the Link statue, and other parts of the game. Like, I didn't get that far, so I can't say anything else, but I did see clips of those two things. But when I was playing the game, the only thing that was creepy was the collecting the mask of dead characters in the game, you know, using a Song of Healing. That's the only thing that was creepy to me at this point. Not even like taking down the aliens is creepy. Not even that. I thought that was funny when she got abducted, but killing the aliens, I didn't even think that was creepy in the game. Now the fandom, not the fandom, but like, Majora's Mask is split. Like, if you played the 3DS version, you can't like have the same experience as the original Majora's Mask, as the people who played the original Majora's Mask, because if you played the original, the tone is probably much more different than it is in the 3DS version. The 3DS version kind of makes it more upbeat. Like, when you first start in the game, they play the interesting music, and then like the sunrise music. Then when the days change, it doesn't even give off a creepy vibe that much. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't. Well, if you're probably playing the original, it probably is much more creepier than the remake, you know. I didn't think the remake was that much, like, I didn't think it was more horrifying than the original one. The original one looks much more thrilling than the remake, I'm not gonna lie. The remake is beautiful, it's clean, it's polished, it looks great, but the original looks much more interesting to play. If you watch so many clips of it on YouTube, like the N64 version, man, the graphics, even though they were old, it's just something about them that makes the game even more creepier than it already is. It is. And if you grew up playing the original Majora's Mask in that time, you will understand how much more horrifying it actually was for those players. I don't think the remake made Majora's Mask much more like have the more creepier vibe. I think it has a much more upbeat vibe compared to like the old one. And each sections of Majora's Mask in the 3DS version, that's how creepier it would get. Like if you inside of the town, it's much more lighthearted. If you inside of a dungeon, it's not that bad, but it's not upbeat. If you want to like a section that's made to be creepy, that's when the game gets creepier for the 3DS version. But in the original, it's always creepy. It don't matter what part of the game you are. So I think the N64 version is probably the best experience to play Majora's Mask. I'm not saying the 3DS version is bad, but it's probably the best option if you play the original first. But so far this game is very interesting and it just has me obsessed. I've been thinking about it every time I get a chance to play it. I always try to like use strategy. And like when I don't get a chance to play it, I do feel bad and I'm always thinking about it. It's always on my mind. I just want to complete the game and get more masks and stuff. When I first started playing the game, I was unsure, but now I just want to collect a bunch of masks. That's my main focus, is collecting the side masks. I know I'm not gonna get them all because I screwed up a side quest or something. I did that and I didn't even know it, so I probably might replay the game just to get all the masks again. I know I'm not gonna get the Fierce Dynasty for sure, that powerful mask that makes Link into an adult. I know I'm not gonna get that mask, but you gotta keep processing through the game. But Majora's Mask is a great game. It's not bad, it doesn't disappoint, but a better experience while playing this game is probably playing the N64 version, because why not? And this is my first time playing the game, so I don't have that much info on Majora's Mask. I just have the info that I know and that I read up on. But hopefully I will come back and make another video about Majora's Mask later on. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on what I thought about the game and my first time playing it.